Bonjour tout le monde, welcome to Paris. It's a beautiful hot sunny day. It's going to be 30 degrees. Today we're starting in the Premier Arrondissement and right in the very center of Paris. We are at the Tuileries. So the Tuileries is the garden next to the Louvre. So this is the Louvre behind me. Bonjour, we are at the Louvre. Yeah, we have some ugly fences as well. So that's the Louvre behind me, and if I flip my camera around we can see the view of the Tuileries Gardens. I see 3 people online already. Good morning or good evening to you all. Okay, so if I pop myself on the top of these steps here, right in the center. Bonjour Judy. Okay, let's see what landmarks we can see from this angle. We can see my best friend, La Dame en Fer. And over here we can see the Tour Montparnasse, just sneaking out the side there. Hi Terry! Terry and I have a date later. I'll tell you more about that soon. So this is the Louvre, so that's one arm of the Louvre, the southern arm. And here we have the Carrousel de Louvre, the Arc de Triomphe du Carrousel. And I'm not sure if you can see because we've got sun in our eyes. Hi Liz, how are you? Long time no see. We can see the Pyramid de Louvre through there, if you can see a little bit of it. And then over here we have the other arm of the Louvre. Okay. Bonjour Thomas Lucan, welcome. Okay, so this is actually called the Grand Axe de Paris, meaning it's a great big straight line that runs through the middle of Paris. So if we look down here we can see the Place de la Concorde with the Obélisque de Luxor, big pointy thing there. Behind it is the, well, that'll be the Champs-Élysées heading down to the Arc de Triomphe. And if you could actually see behind that, if we squidge to the side a bit, you can't see it, but carrying on down there is the l'Avenue de la Grande Armée, which carries on to La Défense, which is outside of Paris, but it has a big arc, like a lot bigger, and it's a modern one, which again mirrors the kind of, you've got 3 arcs in a row. You've got the Grand Arc de la Défense, that's my finger there. You have the Arc de Triomphe there, and when we zoom back and turn around back to here, you have the Arc de Triomphe du Carrousel, which is at the Louvre. Okay, so hi Sally, welcome. So let's see, we have some people from, I know we have 1 person from, 2 people from Paris, and we have 2 people from Australia, and 1 from New Zealand, I believe. I think that's right. Right, so what we're going to do is, we're going to head down this way. We're doing the gardening at the moment and doing some refurbishments. I'm not sure what's actually going on here because there's just garden behind here. It has razor wire on it, which means that, I don't know, they're protecting something. Oh, hello from Kuwait. Lovely to see you. You're here early. Normally you're here a bit later, aren't you? You're normally here after. Oh my goodness, it's Anaïs. Hello, beautiful Anaïs. It's lovely to see you, darling. I'm so pleased to see you. Kuwait, yes, we have people from Kuwait. And we have Margaret Redrup. This is a real family affair. Hello Margaret Redrup, how are you? So today we're in the Premier Arrondissement. We're at the Louvre at the moment, at the Tuileries. This is actually a little road that goes underneath. You put in a reminder, oh that's wonderful. Ohud, fantastic. Lovely to see you, Ohud. And I probably should come over here So that little road behind me, that goes to the car park under the Louvre. And over here is a lovely view of the Tuileries. I forgot to mention also, here over here is the Musée d'Orsay, which is on the other side of the river. That's where the Tour de France ends. Yes, yeah, it comes up here and it goes, yeah, around the Arc de Triomphe. You know, Sally, the Tour de France goes past my house on the 14th. It's pretty special. Margaret will remember that. We watched it go past. Okay, so now we're heading towards Rue de Rivoli. And in this corner here we have the Hotel de Regina. Hotel Regina. So there's a lot of big famous hotels down Rue de Rivoli, this part of it anyway. And we're going to be walking past some of them. So Rue de Rivoli is quite busy these days. It was absolutely dead for a while, and the only traffic you were getting were homeless people who had set up shop. But it's looking a little bit more busy, and they've reduced the traffic flow here. Okay, I won't go across to her, but we'll just show her from a distance. There's a beautiful statue here of Jeanne d'Arc, Joan of Arc, who is patron saint of France, because she was absolutely awesome for France back in the 1500s, sorry. Okay, and of course she's also called what is she called, Thomas? La Pucelle, means the young maid, but she's from Lorraine, so she's very famous for the Lorraine. I just get to see it on TV, Sally. Oh, that's a bummer. Maybe you can come over sometime, Sally. Margaret Redrup says, can't believe it's 2 years since we were there. I know, I can't believe it too. So we've left the Tuileries now, and we're going to cross over here. Just checking the traffic both sides. So we're in the first arrondissement, premier arrondissement, Rue de Rivoli. Okay, and we've got lots of beautiful cafes. So bearing in mind, this is a very old part of Paris, an old part of upmarket Paris. So this is where they really started putting effort into their buildings back in the 1500s, 1600s, 1700s, 1800s. Okay, so in between all these beautiful buildings here, you have lots of souvenir shops. You got Häagen-Dazs, because you need ice cream, especially on a day like this. Exchange places for tourists. Of course, it's a very touristy area. This is the Rue Saint-Roch, and there's the Église Saint-Roch just down there. Okay, I'm going to cross the road carefully. Okay, so these arcades are so beautiful, are very iconic. Bookstore is there too. There are a couple of bookstores, in fact. We will go past one of them. I think I know which one you're referring to. I would. More touristy shops. It's really interesting that you have a lot of what I would call low market places interspersed with extremely high end stores. So this sort of thing. So that's not the real Mona Lisa. Yes, it is. I'm getting down there, Judy. You're preempting me. Okay, this is the Hotel Saint-James et Albany. So this is a really upmarket restaurant, a hotel, with a restaurant of course, but it seems to be shut at the moment. Some of them are. This is the type of thing my mum is into. Well, maybe not so much the Limoges. A little bit of that. There's a shop along here she might like. So you need to have sandwich bars and ice cream bars for tourists who are going to be descending on this place very soon. So we're still next to the Tuileries, the garden of the Tuileries. Okay, and oh, I took a photo of this earlier and actually it wasn't as good as I'd hoped. Leo Tolstoy lived here for a while. This is the Wagram Tuileries, that's the name of the hotel. Quite a few of these buildings have beautiful mosaic paths in front of them. Okay, we're coming up to the Rue du 29 Juillet. It's nice to have these long street names. This goes down towards the Marché, the Place de Marché Saint-Honoré, which I just discovered today. Okay, let's go along here. So it's good to see all the cafes opened up. So as you can see, we're starting to see a lot of jewellery, and this is a real, like I said, a luxury area, a high-end area. Lots of jewellery stores, lots of designer clothing stores, and then you get your occasional store like this too. It's a real interesting mix. Okay, Jen Cardiff is watching. Hello Jen, my darling, how are you? It's so good to see you. I hope you're going to be available Friday because I'm going somewhere special just for you. Well, for you and some other people, but hope you can be there. Okay, here we have some more crystal. So my mum's a bit of a crystal buff. So we've got Ladro, we've got Baccarat. Baccarat is at a place called Baccarat in Lorraine. I took my mum there when she was here 2 years ago. Lalique, Swarovski, Saint Louis, and Dome. So those are big label crystal places in France. Jen says, sorry I'm late, I'm baking. Yes, definitely available Friday. I love crystals too. I know. Didn't you get a crystal from Swarovski or somewhere? I think that's where you got it from. Yeah. This is the Hotel Brighton, which has automatic doors, which just opened on me. Nice. Again, the pavement. Okay. So it's been stinking hot lately, and we're only halfway through June, which means we're still technically in spring, and we're going to get really hot in the next 2 months. August is our hot month, so I'm not really sure what we're going to do. I know you Australian people will be able to deal with that, and of course Kuwait as well, but for us it's a bit tricky. Okay, Uhud, are you referring to a bookstore? This is Galinani. This was the first English bookshop established on the continent. Wow. Okay. So there is this bookstore here, and there's also W.H. Smith just down the road. I'm going to just whip back a bit here and show you one of the most famous tea rooms in Paris. It's called Angelina. Thomas, this is what I was talking about. Angelina. Okay. So they do macaron and patisserie, but they're famous for their hot chocolate. They have an ice cream and a hot chocolate stand on the outside. I don't know who would want to eat hot chocolate. I have hot chocolate today, but there it is. Isn't that beautiful? So I've never been here before. I walked in, I stood in a queue and then walked out again. It's absolutely gorgeous. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? It's a bit difficult to see with the glare on the glass, I'm sorry. So that was Angelina. They also have one, or they have them all over the place, but there's one at the Luxembourg Gardens. If you were with me on that walk, there was one there. This is the Hotel Le Meurice, which is another big upmarket hotel. And I've always been trying to have celebrity sightings come through here, trying to find someone famous. Never seen anyone in all my years in Paris, never seen a celebrity. Anne Popowell is watching. Hello Anne Popowell, how are you today? Please give my regards to your daughter, who I haven't seen, well obviously haven't seen her for a long time, but haven't chatted to for a long time either. Right, we have arrived at Rue de Castiglione. Let me show you the sign. Again, very upmarket area. Across the road is the Hotel Westin, another very upmarket hotel. So, my plans for today are, of course, I always have plans, and my walks kind of dictate where, well, my plans dictate where my walks are going to be. These are perfumeries. Look at this. It's very flash. This area actually makes me feel very, very inadequate. This kind of immense wealth I find very intimidating. Wow, look at this. This is the patisserie of Le Meurice. So you get to see them making their stuff. Wow. So, my plans for today. Where am I going? Going down towards here. Let's pop out onto the road a little bit. Unfortunately, they're doing a lot of maintenance and upgrading, so it's kind of noisy and not as pretty as it normally is. But we're heading towards the Place Vendôme. Bonjour mes amis, says Anne Popowell. Okay, so Place Vendôme, what can I tell you about Place Vendôme? It is Parisian luxury at its most extreme. It is the centre of, like I said, the hotels, designers, jewellery, designers. Wow. And where I'm actually heading to is a Maison Chaumet. Maison Chaumet was the first jeweller to set up residence in the Place Vendôme. So Place Vendôme was actually built back in the 1600s, or I thought of back in the 1600s. It was built for Louis XIV, the Sun King, in honour of him. But there were lots of buildings there first. Here we are at La Durée. We've seen lots of La Durée. We saw La Durée at Saint-Germain-des-Prés the other day. So here's another store here. So beautiful. Macaron. Yeah, so Place Vendôme. Vendôme is actually the Duke, the Comte Vendôme. He was the oldest illegitimate son of Henry IV, Henri IV. And some people reckon he should have been the king, but he wasn't legitimate, so he couldn't be. Anyway, he got built a beautiful house here, and he was the Comte Vendôme, and that's why this is called Place Vendôme. It's named after him. Okay, so here we have just a little Louis Vuitton store, because they do have bigger ones elsewhere. This is a Chopin, jewellery and crystal and the like. Okay. So this Vendôme column, okay, what happened was, this place was basically given a big facelift under Napoleon I. He was into luxury and decadence, and so he had this beautiful Place Vendôme really, it came into its best during his reign. Now this Vendôme column was built as a memorial to his triumph in the Battle of Austerlitz. Okay, so it's basically it represents pictorially the Battle of Austerlitz and his victory, and of course at the very top of it you have a triumphant emperor. So originally it was Napoleon I. And then actually this column got torn down during the French Revolution. Sorry, not in the French Revolution, in the Paris Commune. And then it got put back up again. And Napoleon III, who was his nephew, had his own effigy put on the top. And then it got replaced, pulled down again and replaced, and so I'm not sure. I guess that must be Napoleon III up the top, as opposed to Napoleon I. So speaking of Napoleon I, let's see, I'm going to go over here this way. I'm going to have the sun in my face, but right, so he was married to a lovely girl called Josephine, who was his first empress, and he absolutely showered her with jewellery, and his jeweller of choice was a Chaumet. And I'm going to Maison Chaumet today with the lovely Terry. In fact, Terry and I are going to go there. They're doing an exhibition on Napoleon and Josephine. The Chaumet actually made Napoleon's ceremonial sword that he used at his coronation, and a lot of, well, all of Josephine's jewellery was done by Chaumet. So, what do we have here? We have Dior, Breguet, Repossi. I don't know half these places, of course, because this is not my market, really. Might be yours, Terry, eh? Oh, that's right. Chaumet's not your regular jeweller. Okay, so Maison Chaumet is there. Now, Maison Chaumet has only been there since, I can't remember the date, it was in the 1800s, I believe. Originally, they were across over there, behind these people. Probably not the best place to be. Over here is the Ritz. Okay, so the Ritz is the swankiest hotel in Paris, to be argued, and that was originally Maison Chaumet, and then it became the Ritz at the beginning of the 1800s. Of course, that's where Diana was staying, Princess Diana, when she, the night she died, because at the time it was owned by Mohammed Al Fayed. Okay, so there we go. We have Place Vendôme. What have we got down there? Van Cleef de Naples. Who's over here? We've got Chanel, of course, and Maison Chaumet. Okay. Okay, Judy says, oh la la, Chaumet, yes. And she says, are you and Judy going to the Ritz afterwards? Did you see that comment, did you? Yeah, what do you reckon, Terry? Are we going to the Ritz? Chopin used to live here. There's a Chopin room. So, anyway. That's my walk for today. I'm taking up lots of time and I should stop doing that. Thank you very much for joining me. I'm going to enjoy visiting Maison Chaumet to see the Napoleon and Josephine exhibition in about an hour or so. And then I will post photos as per usual and show you all the wonderful things that I've seen on my walk. So thank you for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful evening, what's left of it for some of you. I'm going to have a great day. I'm going to meet up with Terry very soon. See you soon, Terry. And don't forget, you can see all of my videos and photos on Binge on Paris Judy always posts the link, so you'll be able to see that on the page. And what else? And of course all the videos are available on YouTube, so you can share them with your friends who aren't already on the group. And if they want to join the group, you can always send them an invite anyway, can't you? So thank you again, and we're going to see you just down the road on Friday. We're going to go to Opera Garnier and in the surrounding area, so that will be fun. So that's especially for a few people who wanted to see the Palais Garnier, and a few dance fans amongst you. Okay, thanks again. Bisous tout le monde, bisous to my family who have come on. Thank you for coming, and thank you to everybody else. We'll see you later. Bye. Merci Thomas. Bisous.